am at Buffalo Championship Wrestling with the Buff. He's got the stuff. Always has had the stuff, Mr. Buff Bagwell.
Buff Daddy, do you know what it takes to have a name like Buff in pro wrestling?
You know what? I've always wondered.
It's really hard, and a long time ago, I'll tell you one quick story before we start.
Sure.
When I was 25 or 26 years old, I remember Arn Anderson walking up to me, and he said, "You're going to regret that name one day." And I really did not understand. I went, what do you mean? And he went, "Just trust me, you're going to regret that name one day." Fast forward 15 years, I'm 42. I had that bad car accident,
Right.
and I never really made it back to full Buff Bagwell shape. Age and just everything, surgeries and everything. And I'm going to get bigger and better than I am right now that you're looking at, because that's just the way I am.
Right.
But I've had 6 surgeries just this past 3 years. 3 hip replacements for 1 hip, 2 shoulder surgeries for 1 shoulder, and a scope surgery. So it's been a long ride, but it's tough to look like Buff. So give it a go anytime you want. It's really hard.
But you know what, Doug? We're glad that you made it all the way back.
I made it back.
Well, no, going back when you were growing up, who were your biggest influences?
Believe it or not, I think my brothers were bigger fans than me growing up. Most wrestlers were always big wrestling fans.
Sure.
They dressed up like they're a wrestling fan on TV for Halloween or whatever. They had their wrestling favorites. I remember the Road Warriors, and I remember the Steiner Brothers, and I remember Lex Luger, but my brothers were bigger fans than me, and I just kind of happened upon it with Missy Hyatt, and then learned to love the business. So I didn't come into it like, sleeping in my car, trying to make it the hard way. I came in this business to make money.
Yep.
Then I learned how to respect it.
Now, talk about your brothers and the rivalry that you may have had growing up with them. As far as like Jeff Bagwell, being your
Of all things, you can go back and check in history on this. Jeff Bagwell was number 5. My brother John was better in baseball.
Wow.
Than my other brother. He was better in football. So I wore my brother oldest, I'm the baby. So I wore 33 when I played football, and I wore my brother John's number, which was number
5. Wow.
And Jeff Bagwell's my second wife's name was Erica, and his wife still was named Erica.
Wow.
So
when you look back on your career, how gratifying is it to know that you made it to the pinnacle of the business?
It's a big deal, but I thought it would just be one of the pinnacles. I thought it'd be, hey, you know what? Buff was that guy that was in that time when NWO was all hot, and I didn't know it was going to be maybe the biggest ever, and I didn't want it to be.
Right.
I wanted to be one of the biggest.
Sure.
Teams I was on or something.
Sure.
But not known as the biggest it ever was ever. I'm still hoping to see an NWO thing happen again, or somebody else, another thing, where wrestling gets cool again,
Yeah.
And it will.
Well, hey, you know what?
You never know.
On behalf of all the fans and myself, thank you for all the memories that you've given us, and thank you for your time. And
Absolutely.
best wishes.
And remember, I'm Buff, and I'm still the stuff.
That's right.